you could be reading the magazine, maybe you read about PS22, you want to see them in actions, you can download the video, or maybe you're shopping and you see something, a clothing item that looks interesting, you point your phone and then you're brought to a page that has that item for sale. So there's a lot of ways where you can connect print to digital or to the website. Let's see this one actually. Is it possible to give more lighting?
Yeah, it's got lighting.
More light.
What no.
There we go. That's cute.
So is that?
It's an AR on top of it.
What's it running in now? Just the website, or?
So it's running Flash right now. So this is a Flash campaign.
But that's in a web browser.
It's a web browser. It brings up your webcam. It launches it. Same thing as what you've spoken about.
Yeah.
You allow the camera access, and then basically it picks up this image and then allows you to see the content.
So this is through Flash.
Through Flash, yes. The difference between Flash and Shockwave is Shockwave you can do a lot more in terms of polygons, in terms of 3D content. With Flash, you're more limited. So as you saw here, it was more of a 2D plain kind of graphic. You can do simple 3Ds, but if you want to get into complex 3D models, Flash is limited. But Shockwave, you can do a lot more with that.
Does that actually also translate to a mobile device as well?
Not using Flash or Shockwave, but on a mobile device, you can track the same configuration. So this is Hallmark cards. They launched this as Mother's Day campaign. It's a just normal card, but inside, standard card greeting message. But here, they put a note where you can watch the card come alive. So beyond just getting the standard card, you're getting a pop-up feature where you can see the experience.
And you don't have to do anything to actually trigger your computer to view the card. It just automatically registers when you hold it up. And it's
As long as you allow it.
Exactly.
You have to allow it.
So as an average user, you would go to Hallmark Cards, pick the card that matches the one that you have, and then you launch it, allow it, and then you show the greeting card.
How difficult or far off would it be to make kind of a standard, kind of an AR reader? You know what I'm saying? Where you wouldn't have to pick the specific card, you would just hold it up and like, you would understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like where you wouldn't have to pick the specific card.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
just
right now
curious.
you can do it already, but the reason why Hallmark did it this way, where you have to pick the card, is the assets, the 3D assets or the 2D assets, it takes a long time to load. So if you do it random, where you point any card, it wouldn't know which asset to associate with that particular card.
Understood.
That's part of my issue with my project was I realized I had to have a database that had all the assets of every card, and a way to choose all those cards and a way to get the card, manage all those assets was
Gotcha.
challenging.
Unlike a QR code or a barcode, it's all the same. As long as you have a reader, it scans it, it can find the content, the video attached, the QR code, the website it directs you to. It's unlike that where you have to have like a specific.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
With QR codes, what it brings up is more of a 2D experience. So as you scan a QR code, you get a web page link to, let's say, this website, or you get a web page link to a video. There's no specific assets that are loaded.
Gotcha.
But what they are, a lot of the campaigns are 3D assets. So let's say you have 10 cards and they're all in one place, it's going to load 10 of those 3D models, which could take up to 5 minutes. So for the user experience, they're going to sit there and wait for the 3D assets to load before they actually see the car.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Understood. Okay.
So just kind of want to quickly go over in terms of augmented reality. There's two types of augmented reality that are being used today, one of which is the marker-based that I've shown you guys on the PC, where based off of an image, you can trigger a 3D content or an AR experience. This is more for kind of PC, more home-based, where if you're sitting in front of a computer, you get an online experience. Another side is applications, smartphone applications that uses location to display information. So Janaya, Layer, Wikitude, Yelp, those are all applications that uses GPS, compass, and accelerometer of the smartphone to display information based on the location. Compass helps you focus in terms of where you're looking at, and acceleration gives you the tilt angle of the phone. So that's why you can overlay these contents based on a specific location of where maybe that restaurant is. Janaya is our augmented reality browser, and what we try to create is attach physical information to actual locations and also actual objects. So some of the use cases that we've implemented working with partners is, one of example is with BART public transportation. A lot of government agencies have all these transit information as well as geolocation information available. What we did with them is we worked with their data in terms of visualizing the content. So what this means is, if you have Janaya, you open up the BART channel, you can point your phone and be able to see all the BART stations that are around you. And it will visually display in your live view finder in terms of, hey, there's a Powell station right there. You click on the POI and it gives you a live schedule of the trains that are coming at this site. The big advantage of using AR for this versus Google Maps is it's a lot more intuitive, where you don't have to figure out where northwest, southeast is. You can just point your phone, see, okay, I'm facing that direction, and be able to get that content.
As an avid transit user and an avid mobile user, one thing that drives me crazy is, okay, I'm at the location of the station. Which side of the platform do I need to be on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is surprisingly difficult to figure out with the help of most transit apps and signage. Yeah. Anything you could do to make that easier would probably get you a lot of users.
Yeah. This one is what I talked about a little bit. Vodafone had a World Cup soccer campaign, but here, this is something where you can point your phone to the field and knows the geolocation of where you are because it's picking up GPS signal. And it can display live statistics as to the players that are playing, the score that's happening. And all that data is coming from a live feed of database live statistics. And it's just calling between servers in terms of inputting in the data.
Now, you're showing that on an iPhone. Was that an iPhone app, or was it, you said it was through Vodafone. What kind of devices was that working on?
So this one is actually, Vodafone is the partner on this, but this was through Janaya. So Janaya is on Android as well as iPhone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Junio or Genio?
Junaya.
Junaya, okay.
Another use case is what we've done with the Janaya platform is we incorporate these LLA markers, which stand for longitude, latitude, and altitude. With a lot of AR browser applications, it's relying on the GPS, but if you go indoor where GPS is limited, you're not going to get the right information. Content is going to be skewed. So what we did is we created these markers similar to QR codes, but they really determine the location where you are indoors. So, this is a campaign we did with Kiosk Europe. It's a conference event where we set out these markers that were laid around conference. You can pretty much just scan the marker and it will bring you information about, here's this exhibit, here's this kiosk, here's this conference that's going on, here's the speakers that's speaking in this room at this particular time. So for a big conference, it kind of helps you navigate not only the kiosk floor, but